Good day, friends. Welcome to another edition of Book Review. We want to check a book by our father in the Lord, Reverend Samson Ajetomobi, the book How to Hear from God. This is very beautiful and very instructive at a season like this, as we trust God for divine supplies for all of our needs, and as we trust God for direction and instruction in our businesses, personal life, and all aspects of our lives. It is instructive for us to understand the voice of God, how He speaks. Any sheep that can hear his shepherd's voice will not be misled and would not lack any good thing. From this material, you will learn that we can hear God's voice, it's possible, and God is not stereotyped. He communicates in diverse manners and diverse forms, animate and inanimate, diverse manners. Let's hear from some of our friends who have had experience with this book personally.
This book contains a lot of great lessons, and one of my top lessons is that I shouldn't be stereotypical about the way God speaks. In the story of Elijah was expecting God to reconfirm himself the old way, but God was in a still small voice. God needed his attention at that time. God needed him to detach himself from the ongoing nonsense caused by Jezebel in his life. And the second lesson for me is that hearing from God is a two-way traffic. When you talk to God, when you call on God, God needs to speak back. One of my experiences about how God speaks was when I needed direction from God. There was a lot of noises in my head. There was a lot of voices. So I needed to calm down, needed to be in a moment of sobriety to hear from God. I would recommend this book for you. It would be of great help.
Few lessons from this book. God speaks. I mean consistently. God is always ready to speak to us. God does not take any joy in wanting to frustrate us or allowing us go through some form of trouble. Hearing from God gives you an access to God. He is always ready to supply you instructions, ready to supply you everything you could ever imagine. Just name it and it's ready to supply.
Having heard from some of our friends, we'll encourage you to get your own material. You will learn a lot from this book. The basic being that you have to be His sheep to hear His voice, because if you're not the sheep, He cannot lead you. Also, do not ignore the place of the human shepherd, your priest or whoever God is using to communicate with you, even nature and every other form that God is trying to communicate with you. Your supplies are guaranteed as you listen for His voice in every situation. We hope, we trust, and we do pray that you will experience God's leading. You will hear His voice distinctly from every other voices, and you'll have a more productive walk with God in the name of Jesus. Have a wonderful day.